I'm Abby, and I'm making a video, and I'm not 100% sure what, I haven't picked a topic or anything, so we'll just kind of see what happens. Been kind of going through some things, so it's sort of bogging down my ability to feel connected. But I think that it's good. It's sort of showing me a new side of a kaleidoscope that I haven't seen before, and sort of exploring new thoughts about things. I got a letter from the IRS today telling me that I owe them $300. That's kind of poopy. And as I was opening it, I had thought to myself that, I can't get upset about this because I am part of society, and as part of society, I choose to say I want the IRS. We all choose to say I want the IRS. I want to have taxes. We choose this. We choose these things. We choose to have, a government that tells us what is best for us, and we say okay, because we worry that without government that there will be chaos, because who will be in control of the crazy human beings then? Without a government, we need protection from each other, and the government protects us from each other. And we need the IRS because, God forbid, I don't pay enough to the government. So I get to deal with that. That's kind of a tiny little thing. But it just makes me think about, society and the world that we create and the world that we believe in. We believe in this place. We believe in this world. We want these things. I was thinking about the true reality, the one that actually exists here, that nobody cares to acknowledge or actually see. Not because people don't care to see, but it is hard to see. It is hard to see the truth. It's very, very hard to see the truth here. And I recognize what exists, and when I'm talking about, it's hard to say the words because I don't like acknowledge it. I don't like talking about it. I don't like openly discussing it, I guess. And it is sort of like what I see is the reality. I wouldn't even know where to begin to tell you what the thought is. It is the reality where it's just so many thoughts in my head right now. Thoughts about so I'm going to tell you a secret. And it's a good secret. It's a secret every human being should know. And the secret is that you are not capable of hiding from anybody. I tell you this because there's nothing to hide from. I discovered this some years ago that when I'd first met Avery, the human alien, my best friend in the universe, one of the hardest things about having to accept him in my life is the reality that I cannot hide anything from him. I cannot hide even to go to the bathroom. I cannot hide that from him. I cannot hide when I am taking a shower. I cannot hide the personal thoughts that go through my mind and things that I think about that you just don't talk about all the thoughts that go through your head. You just don't talk to everybody, you just don't share everything that you think about. It's not really necessary, and sometimes you think about things and you're like, why was I even thinking about that? It's kind of weird, and I can't escape that. I can't hide from that. Avery knows every thought that I am having. He knows every time I think about him. Every time. And at first I used to wonder how come he knows every time I'm thinking about him? How come he knows, like, when I have a weird thought and he hears it, he hears every thought in my head. He knows every feeling that I have at every hour of every day, and he never sleeps. It's like you think that only a computer or a robot could be that profound and amazing, but that's not true. There's so many alien species out there that are truly so advanced in what they can do in comparison to what we can do. And I'm saying this because I was thinking about the reality that there's only what is a connection that we all have with each other. We aren't individuals. We feel like individuals, but we are all connected as one. It was not hard for Avery to find my soul in an infinite universe. Now, why would that be? Why was he able to find me? Why are other alien beings able to find me? What is it so important about me? And, I've been thinking about this a lot, about why me, and how do they find me, and the reality that there is no such thing as hiding from anybody, and that's not a bad thing. That is actually just the reality. That is just facing the reality that we are all always in oneness. Our souls are. We are soul. We're a soul inhabiting a body, and we are exploring our consciousness. We are exploring a consciousness, and in the consciousness, it feels things. I, Abby, feel things, think things. And so those are the memories that my soul is experiencing, is developing this expanded awareness, just because of me, just because of me being me. And then other alien beings too, our souls inhabiting those alien bodies, and those alien bodies have more sensitivity and awareness of their connection with all. And they don't have the ego like we have. The ego that is sort of tells us how to feel, tells us what to do. You ever find that you feel like you're the biggest hypocrite ever? Like you want things in life, but yet you aren't willing to go out and get them because of the fear of change, fear of whatever it would take to do whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. That is all ego. That is all the consciousness of a human mind that has been manipulated. I've been thinking about manipulation and thinking about lizard beings, and the reality that I too am known by them, just as you are, just as we all are. There's nothing that we do not experience this advancedness. We do not. We can't even believe that it exists. It is that is just unbelievable. It is just too much to believe that a single alien being could know about 8 billion people on our planet. It is actually the expanded, is we are all one. We aren't 8 billion, we are one. We're one. We've always been one. And those alien beings can find exactly the vibration, exactly the frequency, exactly the soul that they're looking for, just because they are part of the oneness too. And we can find alien beings just as easily as alien beings can find us. And so I've been thinking about that. Just thinking about things that I know, and I just haven't been. I'm just going through something, so it's really distracting me from other thoughts and sharing other types of messages. And I'm not really sure why this has been. I mean, I've had a lot of things on my mind, and this is just one of those things. Just thinking about the alien beings that I interact with, and I just really been sort of in my own world right now. Not used to that. I haven't been that way. I sort of use them as my backbone and way to travel through each and every day, but I'm sort of so into my own head right now. It's really hard to know. It's just really hard to reach out, I guess. This has nothing to do with the IRS, but it was just sort of like another funny thing to just throw onto my plate all at this time. But I don't know. See what else I was thinking about. I'm just sort of checking with the spirit world and asking them if there's something something useful I could share. I'm not sure if that is useful. I think it's useful to have the awareness that that you are, everything about you is known. There's nothing that you can hide. There's nothing to hide. That is the point. There's nothing to hide. And so I had asked myself that if I would tell on YouTube what it was that had happened that had altered me, and I was thinking about how Avery would, that there's nothing I could hide from him. nothing I can hide from any alien being. It doesn't matter if it's Avery or if it's lizard beings or any spirit beings or anything. Anybody who wants to find me in the universe can find me. I am just as easy to find as anybody else. And what is there really to hide, or what is there to fear in sharing something that just feels like you can't, you know? It's just a thought, you know? Just a thought. This is me just sharing thoughts right now, something you could think about. Like, why is it that we hold things inside, you know, and not share them with each other? Like, why would we do that, you know? In a world where we need to start sharing, and in a world where we need to start, like, reaching our hand out to help each other. We can't help each other if we don't speak up, you know what I mean? So that's been really on my mind, is wondering about that. It's just wondering about the human ego, and wondering why there is a sensation of what is appropriate and what is inappropriate. And I've been thinking too about just society and how it molds each and every one of us into believing in something that is good when it is not actually good at all. I often wonder about, just as a female, you know, I've thought about this for many years, and I wondered why, you know, women shave their legs, and women shave their armpits, and, you know, women have to be bald everywhere, except they have to have hair here, but, you know, don't have hair anywhere else. Like, that's a very terrible thing for women to have hair on their bodies. Like, why did that happen? Because, you know, Eve the goddess, the goddess, Adam's goddess, Eve, she didn't shave her legs. She didn't shave her armpits. She was hairy. That was the universe created that goddess for Adam, and he loved her, you know? So it's just thoughts about society, you know? Thoughts about what is it to be a natural expression in the universe, you know? And for a female even. I mean, a female that loves herself without having to get her boobs done, or dyeing her hair, or wearing makeup, and this isn't me just being a feminist, or me, you know, women's rights, or anything like that. I'm just thinking about what it is to be natural, what it is to be a natural creation. To see a woman who has hairy legs and hairy armpits, every person in the country of the United States would say, ew. But why? Why would we say that? Why would that be so alien and so disgusting? That is actually the most natural version of the female body that there is in existence. That there should be so sacred and so respected and so truly loved and adored. And yet we don't. And I don't know, that has to change, you know? So, I don't know, I'm just thinking about things, you know, thinking about society and thinking about what exists here. And, you know, I was taking a walk, and I was looking at the buildings that we create to inspire each other. I mean, these are the inspiring buildings. Like, we don't actually take architecture, and we don't actually take it and say, I want to build something that has that is healing. Like, I want the building itself to heal people when they look at it, and when they walk through it, and when they experience it. It's like the pyramids in Egypt. Those pyramids were built even with the purpose of an energetic alteration. They were built so they could alter you energetically even. So they have a healing, a frequency, a component to them that is altering when you experience them. And that you do not, people create things that don't have a heartbeat. People create things that don't have life or value to them. And I walk along the street, and there are no flowers. It's winter, I get that, but even when it's summertime, where's the beauty that needs to exist here? Like, where is it? We just throw up buildings that are they just mimic something that is so ugly to me, and it just reminds me of a corporate world and robots. I feel like human beings, which are so organic and so beautiful and so amazing, have been condensed to literally robots that don't feel or care or embrace what is the greatest potential. Like, what is the greatest potential we could have here, truly? We could have artists as architects and healers as architects, and put them all together and create something together that is amazing, that heals people. You know, create people who are great with gardening and flowers and planting. Just to actually, their job is just to plant and beautify our world with gardens. I mean, where's the value of going to work to use a fax machine and copier and email and, you know, whatever it is that you're selling, because that is what the corporate world is. We sell things, and we need a fleet of people that work through all the processes, including compliance and HR and all of that. You ever wonder, you know, it's like you look at a law book, you look at the books that are law, you look at the books that are law. Somebody wrote that. That was somebody's purpose, to create rules that would continue to bind us into a smaller hole of existence. And we just keep creating more rules, just because the other ones weren't enough rules. There weren't enough rules. We have to define every single little tiny thing. When do we just stop? When do we just stop and let it go, you know? When do we do that? I don't know. And so, you know, it's January, and I'm just trying to keep my head up and keep the thoughts positive, and I've been doing a good job of it, I think. But it just, you know, you just think about things. I have so many things that I could share with you, just so many topics to talk about, and I really like the ones where I get to inspire others to love each other, because that is the one thing that is truly all that matters, is trying to inspire each other to love each other more. You know, and we have to find ways to do that, and sometimes it takes even changing our behavior to allow love into our lives too. So, I don't know. I've been wanting to make a video, and I haven't, and because I don't really know what to talk about right now. I'm just super scatterbrained, and I just been thinking about things a lot, and so that's about where I'm at, I guess. It's just thoughts, you know, just things to think about, just, you know, I don't know. I'm just waiting to see if I have any other inspiration from the spirit realm that I could share with you. Because I'm not a big fan of being down in the dumps or anything. I'm a big fan of being happy, and I'm a big fan of making others happy. And so, but let's see if anything else comes. I'm just waiting to hear from the spirit world, so, no, I don't wanna channel any spirits. They're already doing that thing again, where they're, like, making me feel loved and stuff, and it's just too much. I don't want to share that on video. So anyway, this is what I have for today. I don't know if I'm going to share this or not, and I've been saying that, but then I end up sharing it. But today is the 4th of January, so if I sit on this video for a few days, then you'll know it's been documented that it was made on the 4th of January. Anyway, that's all I have for today, so thank you for watching.